From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
So with that, we say good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the locker room. My name is Justin Prince. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, 14 weeks ago, 43 football teams from around Northeast Indiana had dreams of winning a state title. But as we come into tonight's semi-state round, only 2 teams from the area had their state dreams still alive. That was Adams Central and Eastside. For the Jets, it's the second time in 3 years that this group has been on this stage. Michael Mosier and company made the semi-state round 2 years ago, falling to Lafayette Central Catholic 24-14. That group was young, maybe not supposed to be there quite yet, but this group was the complete opposite. They expected to be there, and they expect to win. And the only team standing between the Jets and their first trip to state in 21 years was North Judson. Let's get you out west. Our Drew Fry making the trip out to North Judson. AC number 4 in 1A, making the near 2-hour trek to face the 14th ranked Blue Jays. He knew the Jets were going to travel well, and did their boys make it worth it. AC offense off to a hot start. Ryan Black deep to Brayson Yergler. Great catch inside the 10. And then that would allow Black to finish off the drive on his own. He calls his own number, gets in for the first score of the game. Next possession, Jets just keep the ball moving on the ground. You're going to see Alex Curry with the big run. Just so many weapons on this team. Brings the lead to 14 about 78 yards later. Well, and then he's going to run for another stretch. It's going to make it 21-0. Before the Blue Jays would go to the air to try and get things back into it. But this one picked off here by none other than Mr. Curry. And they still weren't done. Still in the first half, Blake Hirely gonna get in on the action himself. Gets in with a rushing score of his own. And that one, folks, just about ends it. AC would lead 35-0 at the half. And, you know, and just for good measure, they get another interception before the break. This is Mr. Curry once again stepping up big time. Adams Central, they're on to state for the second time ever. First time since 2000. Jets win 42-7, the final.
Awesome. I don't know, just the time we put in the offseason and during the season is just paying off, and hard work pays off. So
it's still unbelievable. Like, just thinking about it, like, it won't settle in for a couple more days. This week of practice is still going to feel so surreal. You know?
It still hasn't quite set in. I mean, it's a, you know, every team talks about this moment, you know, and we went back to summer and, you know, at our senior picnic, we said, what are our goals? And we always talk about that. And as we want to get to the state, you know, we want to get to the state and have an opportunity to win it, you know, and we're here.
Congratulations to the Jets. They're going to face Indy Lutheran in the 1A championship game at noon at Lucas Oil on Friday. All right, moving on up to 2A. I said it yesterday, and I still don't know how you can call a 13-0 team a surprise, but hey, here Eastside is. The Blazers have knocked off the number 1 and 2 teams in the state in Eastbrook and Bishop Luers in consecutive weeks, and they've now found themselves in semi-state for the first time in program history. All season long, this team has talked about being perfect, finishing the year 15-0, and only 2 more games stood in the way of that happening. Let's get you up to Butler. First ever semi-state for Todd Mason's squad. Eastside hosting Andrean with a trip to the 2A title game on the line. Early on, Laban Davis takes the snap, finds Dax Holman for the big gain over the middle. Blazers couldn't reach the end zone, though, and the 59ers take over. Scott Ballantyne finds an opening, gets the first down, and then some. 59ers eventually get within field goal range. They take an early 3-0 lead off of this boot right here. Later on, Eastside looking to answer. Davis scrambling for the Blazers, finds an open man on the sideline for the first down. After that, Davis again going to the air. He's going to find Dylan Breedemeyer. That's another first down, but once again, the Blazers just not able to convert. Later on, Davis finds Gavin Wallace. Does a little bit more work here to gain a couple more yards, but again, just not able to find the end zone. 59ers, they were going deep here. Ballantyne in stride, few steps ahead of the defender, extra point good. Andrean goes up 10-zip, but the Blazers defense stepping up just before half. The next time the Niners went deep, you're going to see it picked off here by Johnny Eck. Now, Andrean would end up going on to score here in the third quarter. Eastside would make it a ball game late, but Eastside falls in their first ever semi-state appearance, Andrean wins 17-14. Eastside finishes the year with a very great record, 13-1. All right, over to Ohio we go. Division IV regional finals between Van Wert and Port Clinton. Second quarter, Cougars down 7-0. Defense makes a play. Nate Jackson with the pick. He'd take it into the red zone, and a few plays later, Aiden Pratt calls his own number. Cougars, though, they would trail 21-7 at half, but opening kick of the second half, Trey Laudick sneaks between kick coverage, and he is off to the races. He's got a crib call. 90 yards later, it's 21-14. Cougars trail. Later on, it's 28-14 now. Aiden Pratt, comfy in the pocket, throws a 37-yard strike to Laudick. That is a dandy of a dime. 28-21. Cougars back in this one, but Van Wert just trying to keep this thing close late. 4th and goal. Pratt pass broken up in the end zone. Port Clinton goes on to dethrone the defending state champions 49-21. Your final tonight.